Right now someone is outsmarting you. While you play fair, they play to win. While you follow the rules, they're writing new ones. While you trust everyone, they're calculating everyone, and you don't even see it happening. This isn't a game you chose to play, but you're in it, and right now you're losing. Machiavelli saw this 500 years ago. He watched the power games from the inside. He saw who won and who lost. He saw who controlled and who got controlled. And he noticed something. The winners all followed the same patterns, the same laws, the same rules that nobody talks about but everyone at the top uses. He wrote down 21 laws of power, not because he was evil, because he was honest. He showed you how the game actually works, not how it should work, how it does work. Today you're learning all 21 laws. These aren't moral lessons. These are strategic weapons. These aren't nice. These are effective. By the end of this video, you'll see the invisible game happening all around you. You'll understand why some people always win while others always lose. And you'll have the exact playbook Machiavelli gave to rulers, generals, and anyone who refused to be played. Before we start, drop this in the comments right now. Type, "I play to win." This is your commitment. This is you choosing to see reality. Now let's begin. Machiavelli wasn't a philosopher sitting in a tower. He was a strategist working inside the system. He advised rulers. He watched wars. He saw alliances form and break. He observed betrayals up close. He studied why some leaders kept power for decades while others lost everything overnight. He wasn't guessing. He was documenting patterns. Patterns that repeated everywhere, in every country, in every century, in every situation where power was at stake. These 21 laws aren't his opinions, they're his observations. This is how power actually moves. Not how we wish it moved, not how we're told it moves. How it actually operates in the real world, right now. Today, in your office, in your relationships, in your life. These laws are running whether you see them or not, whether you believe them or not, whether you like them or not. They're the operating system of human power dynamics, and everyone at the top knows them. You have a choice right now. Stay naive and keep losing, or see clearly and start winning. There's no middle ground. You can't unknow what you're about to learn. Once you see these patterns, you'll see them everywhere, in every conversation, in every interaction, in every move people make around you. And you'll understand why you've been losing. Not because you're weak, because you didn't know the rules. Machiavelli said it perfectly. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. The game is about appearance, about strategy, about knowing what others don't. Today you learn what they don't want you to know. Drop this in the comments. I see the game clearly. Now let's get into the 21 laws. Law 1. Control how people see you. Perception is reality. People don't respond to who you actually are. They respond to who they think you are. Your real abilities matter less than your perceived abilities. Your actual strength matters less than your apparent strength. This is why image is everything. A weak person who appears strong gets respected. A strong person who appears weak gets tested. The image you project determines how the world treats you. Think about job interviews. 2 candidates with identical skills. One dresses sharp, speaks confidently, maintains eye contact. The other dresses casual, speaks quietly, looks down. Same abilities, different perception. Who gets hired? The one who controlled their image. Or think about negotiations. The person who walks in looking desperate gets terrible deals. The person who walks in looking like they have options gets everything they want. Your image creates your reality. Control your image or others will control it for you. Law 2. Never show all your cards. Mystery creates power. The moment people know everything about you, you lose leverage. They know your limits, they know your moves, they know how to predict you, and prediction is control. Keep your capabilities hidden. Reveal only what serves you in that moment. Never let anyone see your full hand. The poker player who shows their cards loses every time. Life works the same way. Look at successful people. They never tell you everything they're planning. They never reveal their full strategy. They keep people guessing. When you can't predict someone, you can't control them. When you can't control them, you respect them. This is why the quiet person in the room often has the most power. Not because they're weak, because they're strategic. They're gathering information while giving none. They're reading everyone while staying unreadable. In negotiations, The person who speaks less usually wins. In conflicts, the person who reveals less usually dominates. Keep your cards close. Show only what you must. Law 3. Let your reputation do the work. Your reputation walks into every room before you do. It sets expectations. It determines how people approach you. A strong reputation means fewer battles. People think twice before challenging you. A weak reputation means constant testing. People see if they can push you around. Build your reputation through consistent action. Follow through on every promise. Enforce every boundary. Make examples when necessary. Think about a boss known for firing people quickly. Does anyone slack off around that boss? No. The reputation does the work. The boss rarely has to actually fire anyone because everyone already knows what happens. Compare that to a boss known as a pushover. Everyone tests that boss. Everyone pushes boundaries. The boss fights constant battles because the reputation invites them. Your reputation either protects you or exposes you. There's no middle ground. Build it strong, protect it fiercely. Let it fight your battles before they start. Drop this in the comments. I control the image. Law 4. Control your emotions or be controlled. Emotional people are predictable. When someone knows what makes you angry, they own you. When someone sees what makes you scared, they control you. When someone discovers what makes you desperate, they manipulate you. Your emotional reactions are buttons others can push whenever they want. Master your emotions or become a puppet to those who see them. Think about arguments. One person is calm. The other is emotional, yelling, explaining, defending. Who looks stronger? The calm one. Who's in control? The calm one. The emotional person is reacting. The calm person is calculating. Emotion is information, not instruction. Feel it, process it, but never let it control your actions. The moment you react emotionally, you've lost. Your enemy just learned exactly how to break you. And they'll use it again and again. Control yourself first. Then you can control situations. Law 5. Make others emotional while you stay calm. Here's the flip side. While you stay calm, make them emotional. Create pressure. Use silence. Ask uncomfortable questions. Stay unbothered while they unravel. Emotional people make mistakes. They reveal information they shouldn't. They say things they'll regret. They make decisions that hurt them. And you? You stay above it all, watching, calculating, exploiting every mistake they make in their emotional state. In negotiations, the first person who gets emotional usually loses. They show desperation. They reveal their position. They make concessions they shouldn't. So create pressure and stay calm. Let them feel the tension while you're comfortable in it. Silence makes people uncomfortable. Use it. Let them fill the silence with truth. Let them expose themselves trying to read you. Your calmness becomes their torture. Their emotion becomes your advantage. Law 6. Never appear too perfect. Perfect people create envy. Envy creates enemies. You want respect, not resentment. Show harmless flaws strategically. Admit small mistakes openly. Let people see you're human. This disarms their defenses. They can't hate someone who seems relatable. But make sure the flaws you show are controlled. Harmless. Strategic. Never show real weakness. Never expose actual vulnerabilities. Think about the coworker everyone hates. Always perfect. Never wrong. Never admits mistakes. People wait for that person to fail. They celebrate when it happens. Now think about the person who admits small errors casually. Yeah, I messed that up. People relate to them. People help them. The difference? One appeared too perfect. The other appeared human. Perfection is threatening. Controlled imperfection is disarming. Show flaws that don't hurt you. Hide flaws that do. This is the balance between strength and relatability. Drop this in the comments. I master myself first. Law 7. Make people depend on you. Power doesn't come from being liked. It comes from being needed. The person who can be replaced has no leverage. The person who cannot be replaced has all the leverage. Make yourself indispensable. Become the only one who knows the system. The only one with the connections. The only one with the skills they need. When they can't function without you, they can't get rid of you. Think about the employee everyone relies on. They know the passwords. They understand the old systems. They have the client relationships. The company can't fire them without massive disruption. That's power. Not because they're the best worker, because they made themselves necessary. Now compare that to the replaceable employee, good worker, solid performance. But 10 others could do the same job. First person to get laid off when cuts happen. Dependency is invisible control. Build it everywhere. Law 8. Use others' energy and time. Your time is limited, your energy is finite. You can only do so much alone. But when you use other people's time and energy, you multiply yourself. Delegate the work. Take credit for the results. This isn't evil. This is efficiency. Managers don't do all the work. They direct the work. Leaders don't build everything. They orchestrate builders. The person doing everything themselves hits a ceiling. The person who leverages others breaks through every ceiling. Look at any successful person. They're not working harder than everyone else. They're working smarter. They have teams. They have systems. They have people executing while they're deciding. Your job is to think, plan, and direct, not to do everything yourself. Save your energy for the decisions that matter. Use others for everything else. This is how one person accomplishes what would take 10 people working alone. Law 9. Win through actions, not arguments. Arguments create enemies. Results create believers. Stop trying to convince people with words. Show them with outcomes. The person who argues about their value gets doubted. The person who demonstrates their value gets respected. Talk is cheap. Results are expensive. And expensive things command respect. Think about 2 people claiming they're the best at something. One talks about all their skills and experience. The other says nothing and shows their work. Who do you believe? The one with proof. Arguments make you look defensive. Results make you look undeniable. If you're good, let your work speak. If you're capable, let your outcomes prove it. Stop explaining yourself. Start demonstrating yourself. When they see what you can do, they stop questioning whether you can do it. Law 10. Plan all the way to the end. Most people see 2 moves ahead. Winners see 10. Every action creates reactions. Every decision creates consequences. Think through the entire chain before making your first move. The chess player who only thinks 1 move ahead loses to the player thinking 5 moves ahead. Life works the same way. Short-term thinking creates long-term problems. Long-term thinking creates short-term advantages. Before you make any major move, play it out completely. If I do this, then they'll do that, which means I'll need to do this, which creates that situation. Map the entire sequence. Most people fail because they didn't think past step 2. They got what they wanted immediately, then faced consequences they never saw coming. Winners anticipate everything. They prepare for every reaction. They've already planned their response to your response before they make their first move. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent. This is different from Law 7. Law 7 is about making yourself needed. Law 11 is about keeping others needing you. Don't teach them everything. Don't make them independent. Keep some knowledge only you have. Keep some access only you control. The moment they don't need you anymore, your power disappears. So help them succeed through you, not without you. Think about the mentor who teaches everything versus the mentor who keeps key secrets. The first mentor creates competitors. The second creates followers. This doesn't mean be cruel or withholding. It means be strategic about what you share and when. Give them enough to succeed with your help, not enough to succeed without it. Maintain the dependency while appearing generous. This is the balance between helpful and necessary. Law 12. Be selectively honest and generous. Random kindness is wasted. Strategic kindness is investment. 1 big gesture at the right time beats 100 small ones nobody notices. Be generous when it creates obligation. Be honest when it builds reputation. But never be generous or honest just because. Everything you give should serve a purpose. Everything you reveal should advance your position. Think about the person who helps everyone with everything. Their help becomes expected and unappreciated. Now think about the person who helps rarely but powerfully. When they help, it's remembered forever. It creates debt. It builds loyalty. The difference is strategy. One scatters their resources randomly. The other invests them precisely. Your honesty and generosity are currencies. Spend them wisely. One strategic truth is worth more than constant transparency. One powerful gesture is worth more than constant small favors. Drop this in the comments. I think 10 moves ahead. Law 13. Strike when they're weak. Timing beats force every time. Don't attack strength. Wait for weakness. Everyone has vulnerable moments. After a loss, during a crisis, when they're distracted, when they're overextended. That's when you make your move. The person who attacks at the wrong time wastes energy. The person who waits for the right moment wins effortlessly. Think about negotiations. Never negotiate when they're strong and confident. Wait until they need something. Wait until pressure is on them. Wait until time is running out for them. Their weakness becomes your leverage. This isn't cruel. This is strategic. Wars are won by armies who strike when the enemy is exhausted. Deals are won by people who wait for desperation. Opportunities exist in windows. Windows open when others are weak. Be patient, be watchful, then strike fast. Law 14. Create a sense of urgency. People think clearly when they have time. Rushed people make mistakes, so remove their thinking time. Add deadlines. Create pressure. Make them feel like they'll miss out if they don't decide now. Urgency removes careful analysis. It triggers fear of loss. And fear makes people act against their own interests. Look at sales tactics. Limited time offers. Only 3 left. Sale ends tonight. Why does this work? Because urgency bypasses logic. People don't want to miss out. They act fast instead of thinking clearly. Use this everywhere. When you want someone to agree, add time pressure. When you want someone to move, create urgency. When you need a decision, make waiting feel costly. The person who controls the clock controls the outcome. Law 15. Move in silence. Announce nothing. Build everything quietly. The moment you tell people your plans, you invite opposition. They have time to prepare, time to block you, time to copy you. But when you move in silence, they can't stop what they don't see coming. Results speak louder than intentions. Show them what you built, not what you're building. Think about the person who announces every goal, starting a business, writing a book, getting in shape. Everyone knows their plans. Some people doubt them. Some people discourage them. Some people steal their ideas. Now think about the person who says nothing and shows up with results. Business already running, book already written, body already transformed. Nobody could stop them because nobody knew to try. Silence protects your moves. Surprise amplifies your impact. Build in darkness. Reveal in light. Law 16. Make yourself scarce. Availability breeds contempt. The more people see you, the less they value you. When you're always there, always available, always responding, you become common. And common things don't command respect. Scarcity creates value. Absence creates desire. The friend who disappeared becomes more interesting than the friend who never leaves. Think about the person who replies instantly to every message. Available for every meeting. Always free to help. People take them for granted. Their time seems worthless because it's always available. Now think about the person who's hard to reach. Busy, selective. When they show up, people pay attention. When they respond, people listen. Same person. Different availability, different value. Create strategic distance. Don't always be there. Let them feel your absence. Absence reminds them of your value. Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Predictability is weakness. When people know exactly how you'll react, they control the situation. But when they can't predict you, they stay alert. They stay careful. They stay on edge. And people on edge are people you control. Be unpredictable in your responses. Sometimes harsh, sometimes generous, sometimes quick, sometimes slow. Keep them guessing. Think about the boss everyone can predict. Always lenient. Never follows through on threats. Employees relax. They push boundaries. They test limits. Now think about the boss nobody can read. Sometimes lets things slide. Sometimes comes down hard. Employees stay sharp. They don't risk it. The unpredictable person commands more respect than the predictable one. Pattern then break it. Be kind then be firm. Show mercy then show steel. They'll never know which version they're getting, and that uncertainty is your power. Law 18. Isolate your enemies. Groups are strong. Individuals are weak. Never fight someone when they have support. Separate them first. Deal with them alone. When you isolate an enemy, they lose confidence, they lose resources, they lose backup. And alone, they're much easier to defeat or control. Always divide before you conquer. Think about workplace conflicts. Someone opposes you. They have allies. Don't confront the group. Pull them aside individually, handle it privately. Without their support system, they're just one person. Much less threatening, much more manageable. This works everywhere. Separate the person from their strength. Address them when they're isolated. Then you control the entire interaction. Groups amplify courage. Isolation reveals vulnerability. Use this. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Not everyone responds to the same approach. Fools need different treatment than wise people. Aggressive people need different handling than passive people. Study the person before engaging. Research them, observe them, learn their patterns. The person who uses the same strategy with everyone loses to different types of people. The person who adapts their approach to each individual wins every time. Think about sales. The same pitch doesn't work on everyone. Some people want facts and data. Others want emotional connection. Some need time to decide. Others need urgency. The salesperson who reads the person and adjusts their approach makes the sale. The one who uses a script for everyone fails with most people. Before any important interaction, do your homework. Know who you're dealing with. Adjust your strategy accordingly. One size fits none. Law 20. Never commit fully to anyone. Total commitment is total vulnerability. When you're all in with one person, one job, one plan, you're trapped. Keep options always. Maintain independence. Protect yourself from their changes. People change. Situations change. The person you trusted completely today might betray you tomorrow. The company you gave everything to might lay you off next month. Never put all your power in someone else's hands. Think about backup plans. In relationships, in careers, in business. The person with no alternatives gets exploited. The person with options stays free. This doesn't mean be disloyal or dishonest. It means protect yourself. Maintain your own resources. Keep your own connections. Build your own security. Your safety matters more than their comfort. Always have a way out. Always maintain independence. This is self-preservation. Law 21. Play the perfect courtier, master the art of fitting in without losing yourself. Read every room. Adapt to every situation. Blend when necessary. Stand out when beneficial. The person who can't adapt struggles everywhere. The person who adapts effortlessly succeeds everywhere. This doesn't mean be fake. It means be flexible. Different situations require different versions of you. Work requires professional you. Friends require relaxed you. Family requires different you. Navigate all of them smoothly. Think about office politics. The person who stays rigidly themselves, regardless of context, creates friction. The person who reads the room and adjusts smoothly climbs higher. Mirror energy when needed. Match tone when helpful. Show the version of yourself that serves the situation, but never lose your core. Adapt your presentation, not your principles. Be water. Take the shape of the container while remaining water. This is the ultimate social intelligence. Now you have all 21 laws. These aren't theories, these are patterns that have repeated for 500 years. In every culture, in every industry, in every power dynamic that exists. Machiavelli didn't invent these laws. He discovered them, he watched them work, he documented them, and now you know them. Here's what matters. These laws are operating right now, in your workplace, in your relationships, in every interaction you have. People are using them on you whether you recognize it or not. The question isn't whether these laws exist, they do. The question is whether you'll use them or continue being used by them. Machiavelli's real message wasn't be evil, it was see clearly. He showed you how power actually moves, not how it should move, how it does move. This knowledge doesn't make you a villain, it makes you aware. Aware people don't get played. Aware people make choices. Aware people protect themselves. Use these laws for defense, for protection, for advancement. But don't become the person you're defending against. Here's your challenge. Pick 5 of these 21 laws, just 5. Apply them this week. Watch what happens. Watch how people respond to you differently. Watch how situations shift in your favor. Watch how much more control you have. Then come back to this video. Watch it again. Learn 5 more. This is how you build real power. Not overnight, through strategic application. Right now, Drop these 3 affirmations in the comments. All 3. I play to win. I see the game clearly. I make the rules now. Do it. Commit publicly. Make it real. If this video showed you how power really works, hit that like button. If you want more strategic truth that nobody else teaches, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. This isn't mainstream knowledge. You're in rare company now. The company of those who see reality clearly. Machiavelli gave you the playbook 500 years ago. The only question left is this: will you use it, or will you keep playing a game you don't understand while others who know these laws keep winning? The choice is yours, but now you can't say you didn't know the rules.